The the infection has started when you've had to search for Sonic cosplay or sexy Sonic.
That, that's why you have to be specific because if you don't, you get the DeviantArt
Oh, me.
pictures.
Oh, that's the first thing I typed in. I was like, okay, live action Sonic, and boy, was
Never do
that a
that.
mistake with a like search filter off. I was like, no.
It's just picked like miles of the fat deviant art. And it's
That's,
just like, oh god.
like that's why most people when they have to get like pictures of Sonic, they usually just go classic Sonic or modern Sonic, and you just get the regular game files.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, welcome to the show, everybody. I'm of course your host Armin. I'm here with Mitch
You can follow me on Twitter at Mitch692.
and Tristan.
I'm at Control Breakers on Twitter.
Yep, and always I just follow Comic Book Cast. It doesn't matter. I just rant about wrestling and Inhumans and X-Men and junk on there. But yeah, we're back with another podcast. No Star Wars news to bag on this week. Kind of feeling light this week, so we have to go get other stuff to bag
See,
on.
if we did it last week, there would have been news.
Oh, damn. Well, don't worry. There'll be news probably next week as they're gearing up towards that, big marketing push. So it'll be good. So we open the show laughing at Sonic, and we're gonna get into the first topic, which is laughing at Sonic. Why is there a Sonic movie happening?
Um, Reasons?
I
I
mean,
mean,
They want to compete with that awful like 90s Mario movie.
oh,
like isn't aren't they like partnered with Sony? I think. Is it-
No, they have now officially jumped to Paramount.
yes.
Oh, okay.
You know it's bad when Sony didn't want you.
I mean, because
I'm
like
wondering if they can't afford the budget for it.
probably because
Like shit, the Emoji Movie flop. We didn't expect that.
yeah. I mean, is it like CG live action? Because people like assumed it was all gonna
Yeah,
be CG
yeah.
and it's like
It's basically
Smurfs.
it's Smurfs at like 120 frames a second. That's what it's gonna be.
So, but here's the thing, right? The person attached to bring it to live action. Do you guys know who it is?
Tim Miller.
Right. So what?
So
Why are you doing this to your career? Terminator and this is going to be the one, it's going to be a double punch to the face.
I mean, let's be honest. He's a video game cutscene guy.
yeah.
It might feel like a game, which is probably what video game movies need. Not to actually feel like what you've been playing. So it might have a chance. It probably won't, but
It might have like a feel to the actual game than to someone's fan fiction come
Yeah.
to life.
it might feel like Sonic Adventure since it's like the mixture of the two, or it might just be another Smurfs. Like, it's that they're the extremes.
I mean, what I'm picturing is Sonic is going to be, it's going to be just like the Smurfs. Live action, and then Sonic just acting around, which is going to be terrible. And by the time they do it right, which is, it needs a full CG movie, it's going to be too late. So there's literally nothing here that sounds good.
I mean, on paper, no. Apart from Tim Miller, that's the
Yeah.
only positive it's got. I don't know. It depends what direction they go for it. Like you could possibly do the mix of live action and CG, but if you have like the little kid that was in that Sonic X, then no, you fucked up.
You fucked up bad. I don't. Nobody wants to see like also Sonic like making out with humans, right? I mean, Tom too
I
might,
mean,
but
there is DeviantArt as a whole. Somehow they're a pretty big community, DeviantArt.
Yeah, because their original characters do not steal.
And they're all now canon thanks to the new Sonic.
wow, there's Sonic
Yeah.
lore you guys are dropping on me.
Well, no, it's because like recently, they just embraced Sonic team themselves, especially for like the U.S. branch, just embrace themselves as being nothing more than a meme machine, and they don't really care that they'll just laugh along with the jokes.
It's kind of working for them.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I bought Sonic Mania, the collector's edition with the thing. I mean, I only played like the first couple levels, but it was actually good. So, but what do you need to make a good Sonic movie? That's my big question. What does a good Sonic movie need?
it first, because it's like Sonic's not really known for like deep storytelling, so it's kind of hard to like try to
Look,
make a story
I
around that kind of.
I figured it out. You need his brother, his sister, a drum set, a keyboard, a guitar.
Oh
you
no!
do Sonic Underground, the
Oh
cartoons
god!
I've never had. And I say that unironically, by the way. Sonic Underground is so bad it's good.
Oh no!
Let's do that. Best intro as well.
Oh,
Let's
man.
do fun.
Like the only thing I could like picture them doing is something like what is it, Sonic does it Sonic the Sonic Archie comic Mega Drive, the one shot thing. Was it originally it was supposed to be 4 parts, but it was only 3. It was just a self-contained story based on the classic, Sonic's 1 through 3 and Knuckles. It was just a really basic story of, Sonic saving the day from Dr. Robotnik because he's going to gather the Chaos Emeralds and Metal Sonic's there. That's just a basic.
I think that's all you can do, really.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the movie I picture in my head, right? So it's going to start with a prolonged intro sequence about the birth of the universe, right? And they're going to be like, at the beginning of the universe, the Chaos Emeralds were created and spread amongst Earth because, screw that. Because this movie's going to have like a 12 Rotten Tomatoes, right? So, and then it's going to turn out that they're spread on the continents, and Sonic is going to have to run through all these places in the real world because, as it turns out, he's going to like be some sort of genetically manipulated, like hedgehog or something that was created by Eggman.
Like,
you are aware that's actually how.
Yeah, like it's weird. It's weird you said it because like the both like ideas you just gave, one is like loosely based on Sonic Unleashed, and the other one is on the UK comic.
I've never played anything but Sonic 1, 2, and 3, so I had no idea.
That sounds exactly like the original Sonic Adventure crossed with the comic I used to read as a kid.
And I'm literally sitting here going, okay, what's the dumbest thing you could do for a Sonic live action movie? And that's what I got. Okay.
I've seen like screenshots of stuff from like the UK comic where, for some reason, the reason all the animals can talk now is because aliens came and like de-evolutionized all humanity and animals, and they went to like a primordial ooze, and then they became anthropomorphic talking animals now.
That's not quite what I remember.
Well, I just saw it from screenshots. So.
Like the one I remember, like Sonic was all brown with a spiky head, like more hedgehoggy looking, and Robotnik captured him one day, and he tried to make like the perfect thing, and he came out blue and ran away.
And then like Robotnik got like fused with an egg.
Probably.
It has a rotten egg, I think.
This sounds like complete.
We are talking like 94, 95, so I was either like 5 or 6.
I want to say you guys are making this up, but apparently Sonic lore is so insane and stupid that you're not making this up. That's.
I mean, the comic went on for years. It's still going, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh no, like I think Sonic the comic like it ends within like last 3 or 4 years, I think.
Well done.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then like
I used to get that like every week or month.
Yeah, and like was it Boom is supposedly rebooting the franchise sometime next year, so yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, because like there really isn't anything like you can do because even the Sonic team tried to go as like a deep story, and it usually just ends up being like really cheesy and edgy mess.
Okay.
He kisses a person. It's just kind of like, oh, that's wrong.
Do you guys think they should just give up on like games to movies at this point?
It depends how Tomb Raider does, I think.
Yeah.
Perfectly honest.
Is for better or for worse, it's just that sometimes like companies and directors don't want to be like a true to source material. They usually want to have their own spin on things, and that can either be better for their franchise or a lot worse because that's not what the fans expect.
Yeah.
Well, I think people need to stop expecting like one-to-one translations. You can't translate a game to a movie. It's impossible. Like the storytelling, like the style of it, just doesn't work. You're not going to sit in the movie theater for like 40 odd hours, like you would with the game.
Yeah, that's one. That's just what most people usually want, like at least a really closely adapted movie that's to the game, and sometimes you can't really do that.
I
And
mean,
it's like,
you can adapt most things. It's just if the script's good, that's all it boils down to.
well, usually the script's not that good because they have their own interpretation of what happened.
Oh, that's the worst. Just
Yeah, but as for Sonic, yeah, you just have to adapt. Just Eggman wants to destroy the world and needs the animals to do it. And that's as basic and as best it can be.
I guess we'll come back to that, and inevitably there's going to be a tie-in game to release with it, which
Hopefully it's not like the is it the fan movie, which Sonic looks horrible in because of the CG.
Oh jeez. I guess we'll find out. To talk about Spawn is to talk about pretty much
death.
like more or less. Yeah, I want to put it nicely, but yeah, let's talk about death.
What trying to bring back the 90s?
More or less. I mean, McFarlane's been trying to do it for a while, and I'm not sure when this movie's gonna happen. Now, here's the thing: they got a studio and everybody behind it. I'm not believing that this movie is happening until, like Hellboy, we get a photo of an actor with a suit, and then I'm sold on it. But until that moment, I'm still inclined to believe that it doesn't exist. And now he's been talking up, it's going to be low budget and true horror and stuff like that. And I'm just like, will it though? Will it?
I mean, of course it's going to be low budget. Look at the studio he's got, or whatever, the Get Out people.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not going to have like a big budget.
So, what do you put in a Spawn movie?
Well, apparently, from what I've heard, Spawn's not really going to be in it. Like when he says true horror, he means like the typical
Spawn's going to be Herb in that scene.
Pretty much, yeah. Like it's only ever going to be in the shadows. You're going to see like very little. It's going to be from what are the cops' names? Can't think of them.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. The two cops.
Yeah, they're going to be the main character, and it's going to be investigating.
But it's those cops that are getting the TV series by Kevin Smith.
Yep.
Okay, so if they go that route, I'm then seeing like a Dread style budget. They're like, you got $5 million. What can you do with this? You're like, so can I?
$5 million for like a horror Spawn movie is more than enough.
It is, but the thing is, you have to show enough Spawn to gather interest to get those money shots in the trailer, right? Because that's the Spawn sells not because he's a great intellectual read. He sells because of the way he looks. So,
yeah.
It's
like Ghost Rider. It's a cool image. It's not a great character.
Yeah, exactly. So it's weird. I don't know, like, I really want to get excited for the Spawn movie. I really do. And I think there could be something really cool there. I think it could work like this, another take on, like rated R, look, it can succeed, but I don't know enough people that want Spawn. Like,
oh, I've said that, and I've literally had the entire Spawn fan base being like, we want Spawn. And it's like, all right, I get it. There's 6 of you, fuck off.
Okay, so tell me this. Are they all still listening to Papa Roach?
Probably.
Okay, because I could see that happening. I mean, don't get me, like, I haven't read Spawn in 2017, so like, however long it's been since 1999. Like, so, when
18 years.
So I was like the edgiest edgelord when I was reading Spawn. Ever since, like, I'll pick it up occasionally in the store and just flip through the page and read a little dialogue, and I'm like, how did this make it to 300 issues?
So I tried getting back on Spawn with that when John Boy Myers did it. I think it was the last 100th issue.
Okay.
It was only a couple of years back.
No, I think that was 300. That's when I tried.
Yeah, I just remember liking the artist, and that was the only reason why I actually went to read it. But I was reading like, this is just bad. It's still the same edgy crap I remember.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even, what's his name, Al Simmons. Is that the guy's name?
Yeah, Al Simmons. Yep.
Yeah, like, it wasn't even him anymore. It's just like, oh, this is.
It wasn't Albert Francis. I think that's his name. Al Simmons. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's goddamn Spawn. I want Spawn to work, but like I said, I need to see it like Hellboy. If they release a first image of an actor all suited up, they go, all right, we're starting production. I'm gonna go, okay, now you have my attention. But it's been like 19 years since the last one that he's been talking about this, and I really need to see something to get hyped about it.
if they, I need them to do it practical.
Oh,
And
yeah.
For the cape has to be practical. You can't CG that.
No.
And if it's not huge, then they fucked up. But I think I don't know. It's a hard one because the more interesting stuff is Spawn, all has to be CG because you've got like Malbolgia and the angels and the demons and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like.
Do you think that the way they're approaching this is first movie, make it for 5-10 mil, and if they make it for that and they put it out and it makes like 250 million, they go, all right, next movie, here's 50 mil. Go to town on all that angels and demons and stuff, you know?
Yeah, I'd hope that's the case if the first one's good. But...
Yeah, if.
Yeah, I mean, the people with Get Out, they're in a habit of spending nothing and making loads.
That's true. That's true.
So, they have that little system of do a load of small budget movies, then do one big one. So you could possibly get Spawn as a little one, then the big one. But...
I'm down for that. So yeah, we'll be back talking about Spawn. Hopefully, when we hear some news soon, because I would like to see this movie happen, so I don't have to hear McFarlane talk about it.
I mean, he's still going to talk about it after.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember when I was campaigning for 20 years to make Spawn?
It happened, a dream. Don't give up, kids. Drink your vitamins or whatever the hell he'll say. I don't know. And drink your worms, because Spawn, extreme, worms. Hey, since we're talking about stuff with clowns, let's talk about it then. Because unlike Spawn, we got It, which broke box office horror movie records.
Saves me smashing everything.
It's genuinely a really good movie. So, get hyped, I guess, because the sequel's coming on my birthday in 2 years, which I'm super hyped about that.
Oh. It's 2 years? Yeah, it is. It's 2019.
Yep,
isn't it? Yeah.
2019. So
long. It should be next year.
I know, I wish. They'd have to be shooting it already, though. That's the thing,
I thought they were.
No, because they were going to, and then Warner Brothers, when the director whole shift changed, they were like, "Ooh, we don't know if this movie's gonna do good, so we're not gonna shoot them back to back." Which
that's fair.
I don't blame them. That's fair enough, because imagine if they would have shot 3 Dark Towers back to back. Oh.
I mean, they tried making that TV show at the same time, and that clearly ain't going anywhere.
Nope. That's actually going straight in the gutter, apparently. So yeah, but. So I remember we talked about it for a minute, but we never really got to talk about it. You enjoyed the movie as much as I did, I think. I really loved that movie.
No, I'm not a typical horror fan. I don't really. I don't know. It's not that I get scared of them. It's just kind of I'm just not sort of a horror person. But then I heard it was more of a thriller, so I thought, I like thrillers, and it's just kind of this is actually really good. Knew nothing about it or anything Stephen King beforehand. It's not the second coming of Christ like some people making it out to be.
No.
Everyone, people are like, oh my god, these child actors are fantastic. And it's well, they're good. They're not I ain't gonna give any of them an Oscar anytime.
I mean, they're the most realistic kids in a movie thus far in the last forever. So I give them that. It's.
Apart from the token black guy, because he was in it for 6 seconds and then
but they need the token black guy, so
that's true.
Yeah.
It's just are you sure you want to join these people? You've had 5 minutes in this. No, I really enjoyed it, and it's nice to see something different actually make money at the box office.
It really is, because I think it how do I put this kindly? There's a lot of horror movies out there, the stupid Annabelle and all that stupid trash that people watch, and just the horror behind those movies isn't psychological. It's just because you're gonna get a loud bang that someone dropped their coke while they were recording, and then something fucking pops up, and granted this movie has some of that, but they also build up those moments, and then the way they shift the tone of it I think works even better, because they can make you scared and then go straight into laughter in a matter of seconds, which I think is perfect,
Yeah, they didn't rely on the stereotypical jump scare.
Yeah.
Just it was just a barrel falling over. It's fuck off.
Yeah, I hate that. It's the worst.
No, and they were actually clever about it. That scene where they're in the garage with the projector.
That's the best scene in the movie.
Brilliant. It's fantastic.
Uh-huh. Now, I don't remember off the top of my head, but did the frame rate in that scene drop when he was moving?
I think it did.
Because I remember it like that, and in my mind that makes it even more creepy because that's just so genius to do it like that, you know?
It's like that's typical like old school horror camera tricks.
Yep.
Having to work, and I think the frame rate drops a lot of the time, especially when he's doing the running thing. That's clearly a frame rate.
Oh God, yeah.
Like let's just physically take out frames to make him look even bigger. But
and when he's doing that stupid freaking dance.
Oh, I could not take him seriously.
Yeah.
I think that was what helped me out. Like, I might have been scared of this movie if I hadn't seen that beforehand.
Oh, yeah. Because
by the time I saw it, he was already a meme. It's just kind of like, oh, well, Pennywise is like dead to me.
Yep.
But no, he did really good. Like, you go back and watch the old like TV series or whatever it was, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
How did we go from this to that?
So what we're saying is, as much as we love this movie, we're not the people that are now writing fanfic about banging Pennywise.
Oh God! I mean, Stephen King already does like weird fanfics.
Oh yeah, because like the book, there's like that gangbang scene.
It's like the obligatory Stephen King gangbang.
Of course there is with children because Stephen King. But you know,
I've seen people get mad about that, and it's like, why? They're like 11. Why would you want to see that?
Yeah, why would you want to see that in the movie? You sick freak.
Especially when it's like 5 guys and 1 girl. It's like, give the poor girl a chance. Like, let her go. You know? she's got it rough as it is. Like, let's not put that on her.
Yeah. But no, overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I'm glad it's doing good for horror because I think this might give, like, them tries to do good horror movie, not just the stupid cheap pops. Like, I really like The Witch. That movie was really good.
What one was The Witch?
It's the one with, what's her name? That's in the New Mutants movie, Anna Taylor-Joy, I think. It's like all New England. It's like very low budget, just like, you know, build up to see what the hell the witch in the woods actually was.
I'm thinking of, was it The Forest with Natalie Dormer?
Oh, see, I didn't watch that one.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know if that's a horror movie or not, but I just
seemed a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully this like makes give horror a bit of resurgence and like proper low budget horror. Because horror never works with a big budget in CG. Like,
no, it doesn't.
Alien Covenant's a perfect example of that.
Alien Covenant should never be an example of anything other than failure.
I mean, exactly what it was.
True, but I'm looking at it right now. So it was produced on a budget of $35 million, and it's.
I think it made $35 million this weekend, didn't it?
Yeah, it's like second week, but it's like third, fourth weekend. But check this out: it's already made $555 million. Holy shit!
It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Didn't it beat Kingsman this weekend as well?
Yeah, it did. It came back.
Yeah. And cause there was loads of people on Sunday going, "Oh, Kingsman's won." It's just like, no, wait till Monday.
Yeah.
It's just like
Kingsman's really good though. But
I've heard a lot of mixed things.
I have to say it's good because Matthew Vaughn. But no, it's legitimately like if they take everything in the first movie and they turn it up to 11 even more. So if you want that,
see, that worries me a lot. That really worries me.
That's all I wanted, and that's I got. So I mean, I'm happy with it. But I really enjoyed it.
The first Kingsman for me was very on the edge. Like it knew not to cross a line, so if it's gone over that line, it's just kind of like. Ugh.
Oh, dude, they literally crossed that line in the first like 2 minutes, and they don't stop. Yeah.
Typical movie, like we have to go bigger and better.
Oh yeah, bigger and bigger. Yeah. If there's a Kingsman 3, the only thing they could possibly do is fight on Mars at this point. Like it's like Fast and Furious.
I think after like the reception this one's got and what it's brought in, I don't see Kingsman 3 happening.
Oh, is it that bad?
I think it's not.
Oh.
I think it came in just under the first one, or just about the same. I'm not sure. It hasn't like wowed anyone.
All right, so let me look up the box office. So worldwide, 192 mil so far on a budget of 104. So they got back their marketing and their budget. So
it's close. It's very like touch and go.
Yeah.
But like it could still make a profit, and like you'd expect to get more money from a sequel.
Yeah.
Because I don't see it.
The first one off the top of my head, like I remember it was 80 mil and it made over 400. So that's a huge win. Yeah. But this one, I don't think I'll do that. So.
But it seems to be like the Matthew Vaughn, Mark Millar property curse. You just can't get a third movie.
Which here's what you do, right?
Probably why he's gone to Netflix, to be honest.
That's what I was saying. You know what they should do? Because Mark Millar's taking all his shit to Netflix. Just put all this on. Like, I want Kick-Ass the series, man. That would be so good.
That would work so much better as a series.
Honestly, they
I
should.
liked the first movie. The second one's okay.
That's how I feel. Yep.
I don't think you could even do a third one with Kick-Ass the movie. So
no, it's been too long.
I mean, just in like story wise.
Oh, the story's amazing, but yeah, I don't think you could pull that off.
Couldn't do what Kick-Ass 3 did, so
that's true.
Yeah.
So,
and then you just got to wait till the rights relapse.
Yeah, I mean, so when it really comes down to it, Horror Resurgence and Mark Millar and Matthew Vaughn go make Kingsman and other stuff all on Netflix. Because, just go make the Millar world better. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for joining us, guys, for a podcast. I guess I'll announce on tomorrow's podcast, or people that listen today. We're recording these out of order now. We've changed up our recording schedule for the week, so it'll take a bit to get used to it. But, yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this podcast.
It makes more sense now.
It does. It really does. It makes a lot more sense now. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this podcast, and we'll catch you guys. If there's Star Wars news to bag on, next week. If there's not, maybe not. We'll figure it out. Star Wars is the big one.
Who knows? We might get good Star Wars news for it.
Don't worry, there'll be at least 7 more Snoke theories by then. So, yeah, who's Snoke?
Getting closer to that 1 million mark.
Yeah, yeah.
1 million Snoke theories.
God damn.